Hi, here we go tonight. Tonight is October 12th. I'm going to talk about things, right? Because obviously they need me to keep talking. They're still trying to make it so that I look like I'm the crazy one. But I've never been more sane in my life. I have a gray hair over here somewhere. I'm trying to find it. I've never been more sane in my life. And I want to talk about tonight's attack. Okay, so this morning, it might be another 30-minute video. Anyway, this morning, I slept great. Didn't have a fucking outburst last night because it wasn't really anything to have an outburst over. They didn't do their normal thing where they met me in the hallway. Last night was a calm night. But I was watching my new favorite gang stalking mentor, and she had mentioned something about they switch up their attacks on you. So sometimes it'll be an attack every day, multiple attacks every day. 15 people show up to gang stalk you when you get home and you spent the whole day without having anybody around you. So they do these type of things to keep you on your toes, keep you guessing. It makes me think back to when I was riding and I was trying to start racing bikes. One of the girls told me I'm unpredictable, and all I could think of was, well, isn't that how you win a race if nobody knows what you're gonna do? I'm not on a team right now, so I don't have anybody to like make deals with. And I guess there is like a biker etiquette, but at the same time, if I don't want you to pass me, why would I ever let you predict what I'm doing with my bike? So similar to a game that someone wants to win, why would I ever let you predict me? I might let you think you can predict me. Like today, you thought you can predict me. Here's the things that I know. I'll go back. Work. It did happen for a little bit. The first 15, I was late to work today. The first 15 minutes I was there. Heavy keywording, some keywording in the afternoon. And then it was just like a regular day. I got all my work done. I got everything done, completed, everything that I was given, except for like the final matching of the things at the end. But I still consider my job done for today. And then when it's a mellow day like that and there's not much harassment, I know that it's coming somewhere. It didn't just stop. It's not ever going to stop. So this is just my experience. I guess it's for entertainment purposes only, because these are still, the way that their program is designed is to make it so that I am the one who gets in trouble and not the people who are doing the crimes against me. So I get on the bus after work. I had to run for the bus. The bus, if he was going to be traditional gang stalker fashion, he could have just kept going because I missed it. He had closed his doors and taken off, and once they leave the curb, they really don't have to let you on. But I was screaming, "Bus, bus!" and he let me on. Thankful, because in my mind, typical Margie fashion, I was thinking about something I wanted to go do after work. Maybe I was fucking with the gang stalkers. Maybe I really wanted to go do it. I don't know, but I ended up changing my mind somewhere on the way home. And I don't know if they were trying to delay my trip or add like inconvenience to it, but I had already decided I'm not going anymore. And then by the time on the bus, I noticed a man. He was wearing a burnout polyester shirt, and burnout polyester is like they use a fabric etching solution to remove the material. So it leaves it looks like a tattoo image almost. I could smell it. I could smell the polyester. And I don't know if I've told you probably already, I stopped wearing polyester, or I'm doing my best. Today I actually had on a polyester shirt. I'm doing my best to lessen the frequency of the amount of polyester that I wear. So anyways, I could smell his shirt the whole bus ride home. It smelled like mildew washer machine, or like he left it in the washing machine too long, or that he didn't dry it and kill the bacteria. There was still something funky about the shirt. Anyways, he was one of the only people that I suspected of being a gang stalker, and he didn't give me any initial clues. It was just the smell was one thing, because they like to be obnoxious about your senses. They like to trigger your senses. So contemplating switching buses, I didn't. I was gonna go. I tell them all kinds of things, right? They're feeding off of my brain waves. So I'll think about going to Target. I'll think about doing all kinds of things. I'm gonna take a different bus route home, whatever, so that I don't have the situation that still happens no matter what I think about. And that situation has been up until they moved their car recently. The neighbors from the stinky cat poopy pee pee smelly house that have been using the stink spray, to make me have outbursts and fits so that they can get the voice file. And they do actually need a voice file. The voice file is how they get their reward for the day. So they have to get the voice file, which they then submit to and this is all I learned from this email that has their handbook in it. Their voice file, they submit to like their central agent or whatever, so they can get their credit for their stalking activity. And their activities are different every day. It can be a noise assault. It can be a path crossing, like today's was. Today's was just making sure that you know that we're still here and we're not going to stop, is what today's stalk was. So they waited. This is the hostile living environment. I've reported this to HUD. I've reported like the stuff that was happening to work, to the employment. I've reported everything that I can possibly report, that I could think of reporting, because of how bad this is. And the reason I'm saying this is because people, if you're not involved in this and you have no clue what I'm talking about, of course you're going to think I'm crazy, but I'm trying to get it out there that this is becoming more common. The number of people, your kids, if you're my age, your kids are probably involved in it. The numbers are growing exponentially. The numbers of people participating in it, the numbers of victims are growing exponentially. The more people post to YouTube, we need people to post to YouTube, but they're going to stalk and harass you more. So make sure that you're strong in your mind and strong in your convictions before you decide to start talking about it, because their whole thing is they want you to think that you're gonna die, so that in the process of you thinking you're gonna die, you're gonna say like the things that you would say on your deathbed. And I've done that because I'm an honest person. I have no problem admitting things. And the longer it goes on, the more things I remember. Like, oh shit, I want to make sure everybody knows this part of my life, because I'm not trying to die hiding anything. I think the reason that's the factor that's driving this is because I spent the first 7 years of my life, all I remember was hanging out with my brother, family, like the Four Seasons, and just like life as a kid. I felt like I had a pretty normal childhood up until around 7 years old. And that was the first time that I got arrested. I was with my brother. So a lot of this stuff has been just from having associations with people and not having the strength to break them. And that makes me a weak person. So I didn't become a strong person until after I cut all of these people off and made the decision for myself that I wasn't going to do bad things to people. I had thought I had only ever done bad things to companies, like when I was shoplifting and stuff. But it turns out through all of this and all of this realization, I realized I'm an asshole. And if I don't get my way, I am the biggest asshole. But with that realization, not getting my way, it's not that I'm a brat. It's that I spent 20 years being gaslit by a whole bunch of people. So 20 years of emotional damage created the most volatile monster. But it didn't, because that's not truly who I am. Without these people, if I disregard all of the bad incidents I've had with these people in my life who have tried to make me less than, my life is perfectly fine. My life is perfectly normal. If I disregard the people and the occasions that created the traumas, I'm fine. So that's how I've healed my trauma. It's not just I have to think about it. I have to realize it And I had to take action. And my action was unfriending a lot of the people that have been watching me but not saying anything. Anybody who has negative energy, when I come across people's profiles, if I see like their top friends all look like they have drug addictions or alcohol addictions, I'm going to block that person. The people that you hang out with, the people that you surround yourself with, they are the biggest reflection of you. So you may be a nerdy, shirt buttoned up all the way person, but if your top 10 best friends are all doing things that they wish that they weren't, your life is going to be full of stuff that you wish it wasn't. So I don't know. I'm going to go and look at my top 10 friends, and I might have some more people to remove, because there are things like what you can tell when a person is insecure based on the style of photograph that they've taken. And I do agree, people change what is this? This is coming from Matt and Kristen. Every 7 years you change. You're a different person. People change. So maybe they didn't update their profile picture. I think social media is whack. But a lot of the things that I consider are, who are you surrounded by? Who are your connections? And then another thing that I want to say I noticed last night, and I had posted about it to my Facebook, was all the suggested friends that I started to see come through. They have connections back to certain people in my life. So that is telling me, I guess you guys want me to know who it is that's responsible for this, so I can stop guessing all around. It's a lot of people who are responsible, but there are certain people who are more responsible than others. There's a lot of things that, look at all this crazy shit going on. This might actually be the cops gang stalking, so that I lose track of what I'm fucking talking about. But it's okay, because I have stuff written down and I'll come back to it. Anyways, talk about the neighbor stalking. That same neighbor that I posted a video of earlier, where you can't really see him, he's just walking with the grocery bag. That neighbor is the neighbor that sprays the little stink smell in the hallway. That neighbor is the neighbor that left me a pallet, like a little flat of cat food. And that sounds so neighborly, so nice, so neighborly. But what they did after, like the Voices V2K, in either the apartment upstairs or whatever technology that they're using, they tried to tell me that they had poisoned it, thinking that I had already fed my cat some of it. But I didn't. I went and I donated it. So that is more of them and the games that they try to play. These are not things that I'm making up. I had told my mom about them when I had moved something into my apartment, right? Oh, and that's another thing. If I bring in any boxes when I go to Costco, if I cover up my shopping cart so they can't see what I brought in, that's when they force entry. So they will either have, like when I go grocery shopping, Costco shopping, it's usually, and I don't know if they have like special tasks assigned, but the people that are waiting for me usually when I come back from grocery shopping are like the girl who does all the steam cleaning, those neighbors, the ones with the stinky smell. The neighbors with the stinky smell are the ones who have gone the hardest, I think, as of late in this building. I don't know if that means they're the most desperate, if they're the highest ranked, if they're the ones that they're relying on the most, if they are part of the program or not even. I don't know if they're just fucking crazy. But I definitely think they're part of the program. The other things that the program does, and this is for my targeted individuals who may notice things, right? And you're going to start noticing it more after I tell you. When you're being gang stalked, a common activity that they like to do, and I think it goes to help them be in a stable position so that they can identify you and report you accurately, you will start seeing several cars pulled over on the side of the road with their hood up. Or I remember one of the first times when I had started to drive to my mom's house, I saw it was a lot of them on the left side of the road. It was pickup trucks. Pickup trucks either had their hood up or something that they were like putting in the bed of their trunk. Some thing was set up so that they could be in a position where they could watch oncoming traffic. Another thing that they will often do to you, like when you go to a store or something, so that they don't have to follow you into the store, they'll hang out by your car with the hood of their car up. And that's what these front neighbors did. So they park in the red all day, every day. And I don't know how much of their day they spend out there. I don't ever see them go anywhere. I don't know if they have jobs. Other people in the building look like they actually have somewhere to go and make money. But these people, the activities that go on lead me to believe that there may be drug dealing or making going on over there. Something illegal. Everything about them seems so illegal. On their car, and I don't know if you've noticed any other cars around you that have the Monster, like Monster energy drinks logo on the side of it. I want to say that anybody with that stuff on their car is part of this network. What else? There's so many things, and this is the video that they get when they continue to, they are like, we're still here, and so am I, and so am I. So, that's that. We didn't go to quite 30 minutes today. I'm sure there's more stuff that I have to think of. But I just wanted to make note of the tactic that was used today. Today was a mild day, but they could not let me have a day where they do not have at least one attack like this. At least they give me something to talk about every day. And I need to make shorts because I think I'm like 3 shorts of being able to get monetized. And like 500 views or whatever. No, 500 followers. So I think, and I think that I would like to offer something, maybe like a smart home item that I found useful, something to my followers to help me get to 500 followers. So I think, I don't know, it's grown from 25. I'm at like 48 followers. No, 28. I had 28 originally. Not originally, but when I first started this channel, I had 1 follower, and that was my mom. And then I've had now 25 for the longest. And then I guess in the last couple of weeks, that 28 followers has now reached 40 something, 47, something like that. One place says that I have 54, so I don't know if people have followed me and then blocked me. One place reports 54 followers, one place reports 47. And it's just the beginning, so I'm so happy for everybody who has joined, whether you're targeted or not. This is really entertaining, and it's crazy. This is real Hollywood. This is real life. People really die from this activity. It may be 30 minutes. There's more I want to say. The common connection that I have found to this network also has a connection to someone I know who has died of a heroin overdose. Inside the program's manual, there's places where it talks about the ranks of the officials and who's able to do certain things. And some people are able to call on, they're able to have a person's program be that they get injected with drugs daily, right? There was somebody, that's when I was watching the dark web videos. It was the dark web murder for hire videos. Dark web murder for hire videos had mentioned that they would set up their targets so that they would either like make friends with a drug addict and they use together daily or whatever. So my friend who died of a heroin overdose formerly dated someone that is also, I believe, suspected in my stalking, right? They formerly dated this person, and then they came out of the closet as gay. So they dated a woman, and when they ended that relationship, they had started to tell people that they liked men. Imagine being the woman that went through that. This is the same woman I have suspicion of seeking revenge. And I don't want to say that, but I thought that she was a good person. But when the people on my Facebook who are starting to view my profile now, the friend in common that we all have is this one person who's passed away from a heroin overdose. It's very sad. It was a white kid that my brother was friends with. That's another common connection. These two people are connected to this one deceased person. My brother has another common connection to my sister's husband who's passed away. So people with common connections to dead people who I think have also been in this program, I can name 3 of them. My brother, my sister, and this one girl. Is this revenge? My brother's got a reason. I had my brother arrested, but I told him. I told him because I wouldn't want him to sit the rest of his life wondering what happened. I think that in order to stop any hurt that I had done to him, the best thing for me to do was to tell him. So there's nothing that I've done to my brother that I have not told him. There's nothing I've done to my sister that I've not told her, but I have a feeling that my sister thinks I did something that I did not. I have a feeling that my sister is blaming me for something someone else did to her. My sister has slept with her friends' husbands, ex-husbands, boyfriends, whatever. Like, this is all the tea. And these are the things that it feels like she's coming at me for. In the past, when I was riding with the bike group, Ride With Us, this is just so random, but this information is all pertinent. And I don't know, in the event of my death, I would like one of those crime researchers, to go and take notes and then put a timeline together. When I was riding with the bike group, Ride With Us, my sister had, she had taken those opportunities. I had looked at it as a chance to bond with my sister and make a better relationship. But my sister was using each and every Ride With Us session to do the same thing that the gang stalkers are doing to me. And then the reason that it has turned into random people in the community versus it being like the Ride With Us group is because I knew and I distanced myself. When I distanced myself from the Ride With Us bike group, they stopped getting together and riding. That made me feel like the purpose of that bike group was to harass me. That may be all I want to talk about for now, and I'm going to sit and I'm going to think on it, because my sister's involvement in this is very big. She has a very large part in it. My brother has claimed that these people are his friends. The only person who is not admitting fault, but has, in a strange, like, and this is why I connect them, and this is why I can say I suspect them, and I don't have to preface that with for entertainment purposes only, because I have factual information. When I was getting pushed around on the Metro Red Line train by some random guy who he wanted to talk shit to me, and I got a video of it, and I posted it to my Instagram. This girl's husband came on and said, "Oh, Margie, I'm so sorry you're going through that." That's very telling, because I suspect them as the reason I'm going through it. Go find that video on my Instagram and see who posted it. And then I wonder, like, in my eyes, right, like, as an adult who doesn't fuck with these people anymore whatsoever, in my eyes, like, I've got enough going on in my life until now that I actually have to fucking talk about this shit every day. I have enough going on in my life. I have enough hobbies. I do enough sports, active things. And the gang stalking is actually keeping me from that. That's part of the prison without walls shit. Like, anytime I want to go do something, they're in the hall trying to keep me from going to do it. But I have a pretty normal life outside of me talking about the gang stalking. I spend so much time talking about it, I can see how it would be hard to imagine that my life is good or that I have things to do, but I still go and live my life. I'm okay. If people out there, like, if the people who set me up for this revenge have been sitting and checking on me every day for years and years to see if it's working, their lives have to suck. And that's what makes me so happy. That's what makes, that is, when you see me dancing, it's because I can sense a gang stalker is near me. I can tell that these people still have whatever hit or order it is out against me. And I can tell that they're still unhappy that I'm fucking happy. So it makes me happier. Because I have spent a lot of my life thinking like, this, up till I was 35, this ain't shit. I don't have what I want. I'm not where I want. Life sucks. That's how it used to be. Once I turned 35 and I got rid of these bad fake friends, I really started living. So if you're a targeted individual who is codependent, you need to fix that. Your codependency is the reason why you're being used as a sandbag, a fluffy or whatever, a fucking, they're coming on you. Get over that. I don't know, tough love, whatever. My mom is like, she will say some of the meanest things, but I know it comes from her heart. She loves me, she doesn't love me. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of things that she wouldn't do if she didn't love me, so I know that it's there somewhere. It doesn't matter what she said. She could be mean as fuck, but the honesty is what is the most important part to me. And that is what I try to do to other people, and it seems like the world does not want honest. They'd rather watch people on Instagram. They would rather watch untruths, and that makes them happy. The lady that has brought me like a whole new found second joy of life, because I see other people going through this who are living just fine as well, and they can talk about it in a calm manner without being hot-headed. Or she is hot-headed a little bit, I can tell, and that's why she's in the program. It helps me know why I'm in the program. But I wouldn't be that way if I wasn't pushed into being that way. And that's my whole point that I'm trying to make. This can happen to anyone. They can make anybody look like this. They can make this anybody's life. It makes me so, when I hear them keywording me at work, it lets me know that I'm fucking the shit. People would not be trying to take me down actively at a professional company, trying to take me down, if I did not hold some kind of power. So every time I get harassed in places where it shouldn't be happening, all you do is let me know I'm powerful.